Hi, this is Sweet June. How's everybody doing today? Today is Friday, February 26th, 2021. I'm hoping that everybody is having a blessed Friday. It's a beautiful day out today. Sun is shining. I think it's in its 30, 35, maybe 40 degrees, maybe higher. I don't know. But it's a beautiful day. Beautiful February day. So hopefully pretty soon the weather will start to break a little bit. And we'll get some relief from these cold temperatures and stuff. Spring is just around the corner. Hoping everybody's still washing their hands, practicing social distancing, and wearing your mask. We're still in the midst of this pandemic. Hopefully it'll be over, but it's not over till it's over. So hopefully everybody is still being safe and staying healthy. I want to talk about right quick and try to keep this video short. Getting ready to go on Planet Fitness right quick. The Manosphere on YouTube, mostly on YouTube, social media, the Manosphere, as they call themselves, the Red Pill Pack. They ain't doing nothing but copying off because they're copying off us. The women started the pink pill movement. Now the men want to have their little red pill movement. They ain't doing nothing but copying off the women. Copycats. Anyway, the red pill, the manosphere, it says that Kevin Samuels, I see the guys are hanging on to every word that he says. I don't really want to go into a lot about talking about him, but they think what he says is the holy gospel. And the truth is, he just doesn't think for everybody. I was on one of his videos and I read the comments in his comment section. And just by reading some of the comments, all the men wasn't thinking like he was. So he doesn't speak for all men, but they think everything he says is the holy gospel. And some of the guys worship the ground the man walks on. Anyway, with that being said, I don't really want to go into talking about him, but he says, and a lot of the manosphere says, that a woman has less value when she has children. I was thinking about that. That decreases when a woman has children. No matter what the circumstances of how she got the children, decreases her value. And I was thinking about that. So I said, well, you mean to tell me that if a single woman, has had, because there are a lot of single women that have had abortions. I don't know what the stats are on it, but I know a lot of single women have had abortions. Not all of them, but a lot of them have. And a lot of them practice premarital sex. So my thought was, I said, you mean to tell me that a single woman that has no kids, that has possibly had abortions, has had premarital sex, has less value than a woman that has had children, gave birth to her children, gave her children life? Make it make sense. So if you're dating a woman that's a single woman, and let's say hypothetically she's had abortions, you say that because they think that women with children, single women with children, they look at us as irresponsible. If we well, there's different circumstances. Some women were married. If there's more than one father, some women were married maybe to maybe one or two of the fathers. Some women, had the children, didn't get married, but some of them, they've had relationships with the father. I mean, still as a result of premarital sex, the child is a result of premarital sex. That's when you have premarital, the child is a result. But nothing is said about single women that are still practicing premarital sex and have possibly had abortions. So you place, she's automatically placed at a higher value simply because she didn't give birth. So it's just, I don't know. I was just thinking about that. It just didn't make sense to me. They say, and a man that has a single father, a man that has children outside of marriage, That doesn't decrease his value? What about a man that has children outside of marriage? See, I have a tendency to look on both sides of the fence. I don't just look on one side of the fence. I look on both sides of the fence. And according to according to the Bible says that we are supposed to wait until marriage to have sex. We're supposed to wait until marriage to have sexual relations and have children within the context of marriage, according to the Bible. So I just think it's really interesting how a woman that has children that maybe hasn't been married, that had children, like me, I'll use myself as a parable. I had 2 children and I didn't get married, but I had 2 children. I had 2 fathers, but I have no abortions. I had two births, 2 pregnancies and 2 births. I didn't have any abortions. And so a lot of men would probably look at that as being irresponsible. How is that being irresponsible? I chose to, I pretty much, took responsibility for my actions, which the action was having premarital sex and getting pregnant outside of marriage. I gave birth to my children and I took care of them. So I took responsibility for my actions. Whereas you say that, but that still decreases my value. But you say that a woman that didn't have children still possibly 9 times out of 10 had sex, premarital sex outside of marriage. And some of them have had abortions. So you mean to tell me that they're more responsible than I am? That I choose to give my children life? And not only gave them life, I took care of them, raised them, and took care of them? See, the irresponsible part is getting pregnant in the first place. It's just that their pregnancy didn't result in a birth because, well, they had an abortion. So you mean to tell me a woman that kills her children has more value than a woman that gave birth to her children? See, the world, it just makes me think of how warped the world's view is. It just makes me think of how the thinking in this world is so warped. And it doesn't align with God's views. I know that men don't think like women do. I know their thinking is different from us. But it just doesn't make sense to me. Let me know, you women out there, you ladies out there, hit me up in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Men, be nice. Okay. But it just doesn't make sense to me. You say a woman that doesn't have children, even though she had premarital sex, could have possibly had some abortions, has a higher value than a woman that gave birth to her children and took care of them. You say that we're irresponsible, but isn't getting pregnant and having abortion irresponsible? You took the easy way out. You didn't take responsibility for your actions. You took the easy way out. You decided to take an innocent child's life because you didn't want the responsibility of a child as a result of you being irresponsible in getting pregnant in the first place. Now, disclaimer, not trying to judge anybody. I'm trying to prove a point here. I'm trying to make a point. Not placing any judgment on anybody. It just amazes me how they think that you get 2 women that are doing the same thing, but it was having sex outside of marriage. Sex outside of marriage being a common denominator. But one woman, her sex outside of marriage resulted in a pregnancy. She gave birth. The other woman was doing the same thing, having premarital sex, might have gotten pregnant and had an abortion. You mean to tell me that woman's value is higher than the woman that decided to give birth, give the child life, and not only give the child life, take care of the child? See, it amazes me how people look down on single mothers, and everybody's situation is different. Some single mothers were married and maybe the father died, or they were in relationships with the fathers. Every single mother's situation is different. And they never look at the man, because whenever there's a single mother, well, there's got to be a single father, because a woman can't make a baby by herself. So Never, ever, ever do they say anything about these fathers that are fathering these children. They act as if the woman can get pregnant by herself. See, and it goes back to what I was saying in some of my other videos. The men are never held accountable. Where's the men's accountability? They never held accountable. See, where there's a single mother, there was a single father. Because, okay, where the man got the woman pregnant. But see, all of a sudden, it becomes all her fault. She was the irresponsible one. And I always say it takes two irresponsible people to make a baby. If at least one person was being responsible, there would be no baby. You see, it takes two irresponsible people. So how was a woman that decided to, she got pregnant, she decided, yeah, it was irresponsible for her to get pregnant, but she decided to take responsibility for her actions and give birth to the child, and not only give birth to the child, but take care of the child. How is she seen as less valuable than a woman that might have gotten an abortion? Doesn't make sense to me, but that's the world, these worldly views that these men have doesn't align with what God is saying. It's these worldly views. God says you're not supposed to have sex outside of marriage at all. Children are supposed to be born within the context of marriage. A man is not supposed to be even having sex with a woman that's not his wife. Now, this is what the scriptures say. A woman shouldn't be having sex with a man that's not her husband. These are what the scriptures say. So, but the world, it makes me think of how warped the world's thinking. People, these worldly views that these people have, and we're living in a time in the end where what's right is wrong, and what's wrong is right. So you're saying that when a woman gets pregnant, having an abortion is a responsible thing, even though it's murder. You're shedding innocent blood. But you let these men tell it. If a woman gets pregnant, she has an abortion. That's a responsible thing to do. Well, not according to the scripture. How is that the responsible thing to do? You took an innocent child's life. Not responsible. So hit me up in the comment section. I was just marinating on that. Hit me up in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Guys, if there's any men, please be nice. Women, ladies, let me know what you think. If you're new to my channel, hit the subscribe button and a like and a share, and hit the notification bell, and you will be notified every time I do a video. Until the next video, peace and love. This is Sweet June.